Hello.
Welcome to this
First
video.
of all.
It's a bit of a mess, this video, but it's to do with the front axle, the hub axle, the axle where the brake disc is mounted, and it makes where the wheel sits on. It's a hub, I think it's called, and that is the stuff that's attached to the two swing arms on either side of the front axle. So we're gonna put those back because I want the Beetle frame to come down from the lift, and then we will, because we want to have to put the engine back on once we've checked that, and then it's on to the Beetle body. So here I'm putting in the top swing arms first. And it was quite a hassle because the middle part, which is sort of the adjuster they put in this car, the adjuster is in the middle of the leaf springs stack, and that one was turned over, and it sort of gripped the leaf spring pack. So it was very hard for me to get these the two swing arms on, and I didn't quite understand what was happening until I figured out it was the adjuster that was just messing up the things and making them very difficult to slide into the arms. So it's just reacting. The lower ones were even more difficult to get on, and here you can see that the cap has come off. The leaf springs have pushed the cap end on one of the swing arms off. So, and I think it was both ends as well. And anyway, I had to reinstall those. And here I'm trying to put in the lower ones, and this is just way too tight. And these were the ones that were stuck in the beginning. And they had rusted, or the swing arm had rusted shut on this on the slide bearing. So I had to take the slide bearings out, and that's what I'm doing here, taking the slide bearings out, and then I took them to the bench, and just to give them a little bit more room, making the hole somewhat bigger. They're supposed to be tight, but not this tight.
It even doesn't go on. So this isn't going to work. Also, we're gonna grind this one out, and I haven't gone into the system of slide bearings in plastic. It's a polyurethane. Me being in the plastics, I would have taken a nylon, maybe even internally lubricated, but people are afraid of nylon because it could take up some moisture and therefore change shape. That's a very slow process anyway, but it's a lot lower friction on nylon than there is on many polyurethane types. But anyway, it is what it is. We'll give it some more room. Polyurethane, it's easier. A little plastic lessons, polyurethane, there's no such thing as a polyurethane. Well, there is, but there are many different types and hardnesses, and all different types of making them react, different systems. Whereas nylon is nylon, either it's cast or it's extruded, but it's all the same. And apparently the same material will be to have the same hardness, elongation with break, temperature, and that with polyurethane, you have about, I know, 2,000 standard types of polyurethane, as soft as sponges and as hard as ivory, and everything in between. So it's a very versatile material.
So then it was back in installing the slide bearings, the lower tube of the front axle, and putting in the swing arms. which went in without much of a problem. And then it is you have a bolt that goes into the swing arm and then goes into the indentation on the back of leaf springs, and then you sort of attach, not sort of, you attach the swing arm to the back of leaf springs. So then I'm back to the front to installing the wheel hubs or spindles, and with all new ball joints, that was an easy task, and also very satisfactory that is now all sort of brand new and fitting well. So then it's the left side of the car, getting the spindle hooked up on the ball joints, upper and lower one, and of course putting on the nuts. And it all slid in nicely. It's all new, as said. It's all greased, and then it's just tighten up the nuts, tighten them up, and making the extender inside the hub not turn with the tightening of the nut, but they were all pretty snug and they stayed as they were. So it's very easy to tighten everything up. Fine. For this side, and then we'll go to. Perfect. That is the front suspension back together. So camber is set by this nut with an out-of-center hole in it that goes over the ball joint, and then by turning it you can set the wheel more out or more in on the top. So adjustable spanner. And that's what I'm doing here, and it's you can see how far you can go out because you can see the actual spindle tilt outward or tilt inward, and then with a level you can adjust the right setting. I couldn't get it to come in all the way that I wanted it to come in, but it's mostly correct, and I guess once the car is on its wheels, and we can set them again or fine-tune them. So you set the camber with the ball joints not tightened to its full force, so you can still turn them and adjust them. So then we started greasing up the front axle through its 4 grease points that we have installed in order to have no more corrosion and not to have the swing arm seize up on us. So I guess we'll probably do this once a year and just get a lot of grease into the axle. I did not show, I think, the installment of the shocks. The rubbers were sort of gone. The top and bottom rubbers on which they are fitted so you don't have steel on steel. I changed those, and actually the shocks still seem to work fine. So I installed them, I put them back, I cleaned them up, and I put them back. Oh! Oh my, okay, never mind. We can't fill this one more then. Maar goed, dat is niet zo erg. Als het hoofd te klein is, dan kan je er nog een ringetje onder doen. Als het goud te groot geworden is in de kleur.
Volgens mij zijn de kopjes ongeveer even groot.
Ja, check het. Heb je schroevendraaier?
Ja.
Done?
Yep.
All tight?
Yep.
Wonderful.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
She who repairs things. Okay, well, we got the Beetle, or the frame, down.
Wow.
Trying to roll it into a place where it won't bother us. I think I'll just move, what we'll do is move the Fiat to the front, move the Cadet also down the drive, then get the Mercedes there, and then we put the frame of the Beetle on the place where the Mercedes is now. And that is probably the easiest for us to work then. Right?
Sure.
Okie dokie. Okay.
Okay.
I feel there's clicking in the steering.
Oh no.
That's something we have to check out. Okay. So this is the axle now. So we have all the new ball joints, and situated. The two swing arms are into the tubes now, securely tightened in the right notches. We have our grease nipples. We greased it, and we have these in place. These are the setting of the right height. Yeah, I'm missing one bolt. This is the adjuster bolt, the bottom one. I don't have one for the top, and since it was all rusted, or the swing arms were all rusted in the slide bearings here, which I've now made bigger, so it should move more freely. But I will set the car at a normal height. It's still at its lowest point. Not entirely correct. This one is on, am I correct now? Yeah, they should be. Of course, this one should be moved up, and that means the swing arms will go down and the car will come up. So here's the same thing. That's a new ball joint in the bottom one, and the top one is the only one that was good enough, so we left that one. So this is the front axle. It was a bit of a how do I say it, slammed together video. Trying to do it more we'll try to do it more nice. We'll try to do a better one. We're still learning. Sometimes we want to do it too quickly. We don't have the story correctly in our heads on what exactly we'll be doing. But this was the one on the front axle. Now the frame is down on its wheels, and of course we have a lot of stuff to do with brakes and a new brake cylinder, or at least the cylinder needs some work attention, because one of these has been broken off, where the line goes to the fillet bottle, or the reservoir I should say. So that has to be fixed, and but for now it's on its wheels, and we're going to focus again on the rust of the car.
Not making it tighter. There's a cat. Here, kitty, kitty, kitty.
See how the wheels are now moving inward?
You almost hit the phone stand. Something, I don't know what. Sounded like a, I don't know. Dad?
It should be by now.
Right. This is a cell phone.
So here's a little clip of getting some extra lights. We have the lights that are on the ceiling, but they don't give enough light. And I bought a whole stack of these fluorescent light fixtures with 4 tubes each. And they should give a nice extra light for when it gets darker earlier. And here I'm just putting them up on the ceiling and get them to work and get some more light in the loads. So as you can see here, I've made a little contraption that can hold up the light loosely so that I can then fix it to the ceiling. That's a lot handier than trying to do it by yourself without any help. So the thing worked fine, and luckily the roof is always at the same height everywhere around. So thanks for watching. Please subscribe.